it's John Piper with the weekend video clip and Saturday the 30th of December. A bit of a bumper issue. I'm going to look at the expected big calls next year, and I'm also going to review the crypto market in total. In fact, this video may well be module 8 of my Bitcoin Business in a Box course. But first, gold. Basically, we have this is the monthly chart of gold. In fact, actually, if we do give a big call on gold, it'll be the third time. First time was this triangle here, where we went long. I'm still holding the ETF I bought at that point. Obviously, a good year. I wasn't into stocks then, in fact. 2016, another big call, another good move. And at that point, I did get quite heavily involved in stocks, which I'm still holding, in fact. So I'm looking for this to continue. And the question is, are we already back in a big call for gold? So let's go down a leg here. Right, here's a daily chart of gold. We saw this peak appear around 1360. I was looking for an A, and then an A, B, C, B, and then a C down to around here. And that hasn't happened. The low's coming around 1240, just below there. And we've rallied quite strongly. It looks to me like we've got new impulsive action here. I think we're going up from this point. Let's go down a leg again. Right, this is the hourly chart. So we have the low here, around 1236. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to there maybe. Very subnormal correction here. Wave 2, and perhaps a 1, 2, 1, 2, then a 3. Just keeps on going. Looking very, very strong. Nice to see a pullback. Maybe we're going to do one now. We're above 1300 key level. Maybe an ABC to come in, at which point I'm looking to go long. We'll also add a few stocks. So I've got quite a few already, so it's just a matter of piling on board. It's quite possible this rally is partly fueled by the peak in Bitcoin. We'll look at that in a minute. I mean, Bitcoin and gold have a lot in common. Store of value, there are protection against the fiat currencies and the government liquidation of these things, which are reducing the value of savings, have done for many years now. So it may well be that as Bitcoin falls a little bit, and looks like it may go further, that gold is benefiting from that, although as are other crypto, which we'll be looking at in a while. Anyway, gold looks very good, and it's a question of deciding when to get in. And on the Footsie, where we're seeing a solid rally here, I think this is a terminal affair. We've taken out 7.6, which was a key level. Take it from this low here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it's confused. We're having quite odd moves, really. There's not too much division between the various waves. I would think we're heading for a peak, but it's looking pretty good at the moment. Nearly up to 7.7 at the moment. So again, we're looking for a peak on this, but no sign of it just yet. Right, on to a 4-hour chart of the DAX. We peaked up here back in November, around just about 30,520 thereabouts. Looks like 5 waves down. Then got this very confused A, B, C, and now we're going down again. 1, 2, 3. Looks like there are 2 main counts here. Either this is a wave 1 and a major peak is in which case this should accelerate and become a bigger move from this one. This wave here is from 13,520 odd down to 12,860 odd. So around 700 points. So 700 points off here will take us down to around 12,600. So acceleration there might take us down to 12,000, perhaps even less than that. That would encourage you to do this as a third wave down. That's what we're looking for already. It's been so confused, it's been difficult to get on board this really, but we're looking to do that in the new year when things are a little bit clearer. Hopefully it'll move a little bit more dramatic. The holiday period has caused this, well, partly to cause this rather confused issue we've been seeing here. But the DAX looks definitely ripe for a solid move down. Quick look at the hourly chart by request. Basically we have the secondary peak here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1. This could be an A, B, C, but irregular, in the fact that this didn't make a new high, followed by a 1, 2, 3 maybe, 4, and more downside coming in next week, I'd expect, to complete that wave. And the further it goes, the more likely it is to be a 3 rather than a C wave decline. If it's truncated, then it would suggest that we're going to see new highs before the peak is actually in. Quick look at the Dow. We've seen a peak there, which looks like a corrective move, A, B, C, maybe a B and a C. So it doesn't look terribly compelling with the peaks actually in here, but I'm going to be sure this could be a failure, but not much to go on just yet. Right, on to Bitcoin. This is the chart of the market cap of Bitcoin. So Sunday, December 17th, will be a Sunday, of course, and we saw a maximum cap at $333 billion, which is, I think, a third of $1 trillion for Bitcoin alone. And the point I'm going to be making here is that Bitcoin's fallen quite a long way, in fact. I mean, this is the scale here. So it's around 333, there somewhere. It's now down around here. Let's see what that is exactly. So it's now down to 227. That's quite a big fall, over $100 billion down. Now, if we look at the market cap of the entire area, well, we can see that the market cap was above 600 billion, and it's still above 600 billion. So what's happened is that Bitcoin, that's been leading the pack ever since inception back in 2009, is falling away, 100 billion down, but other coins have stepped in, and the actual space remains, it's down a bit, but nowhere near down as much as Bitcoin. I think this is fairly significant. I think it suggests that leadership is changing, and that there's real value in diversifying out of Bitcoin into other coins. Right, now if we examine the strategy that I set out in the Bitcoin Business in a Box modules. By the way, this course is still available for a £1 down payment at the moment, as per the Xmas gifts email I sent out just before Christmas. And I would mention I'm also considering increasing the price of Big Call from £67 to £97 a month. So if you're thinking about getting in, it would be sensible to get in now. It's quite likely I will increase the price sometime in January, but right now you can lock in the old price, £67 a month, with a £1 special offer for the first month if you sign up now, and you also get the Bitcoin Business in a Box course. So it's a particularly good deal at the moment, I would suggest, especially with what's happening in this space. I mean, cryptocurrency arena has revolutionised my trading, if you like, in the last year. I was fortunate to get in when I did. I have to thank Graham Laurie of Cashmaster for sending me the BitClub Network promo, which I then sent out to my own list. I believe everybody who's actually signed up to that has been delighted with the way it's gone. Even if you don't actually recommend it to other people, which is worth doing, I think, because it's doing them a big favour. Certainly back in 2007, certainly in 2017, it was doing them a big favour. I think it's going to continue. I think the market will change next year. But I think that there will be a lot of opportunity. So phase one of my Bitcoin Business in the Box is getting involved in the mining shares with BitClub Network. There are other mining companies. I had some in Genesis. Haven't been very impressed with Genesis. I mentioned Bart Smets. He's also setting up a mining company at the moment, in fact, which I'll be suggesting to my clients going forwards. There will be a link for that. And there are a lot of other mining companies around. But that was my first phase of getting the mining company. My second phase, back about I think March 2017, was to get involved in a number of altcoins. What I saw happening was Agora Publications, one of the biggest financial publishers in the world, started to promote a number of Bitcoin services, cryptocurrency services, and it was quite obvious to me that this was going to bump the market up, as it did in fact. So at that point, I took £200 per coin and stuck it into the top 20. And some of these are now showing pretty impressive gains, I think 5,000%, things like Dogecoin. I think the actual names actually, but Stella's up about that kind of level. Although I did have quite a substantial amount stolen, but I've still got a holding, thank God. I think EOS is well up as well. I haven't got all the details, but it's certainly been a very sensible thing to do, was to put a small sum of money into the top 20 coins. I've charged in Bitcoin anyway, I've got Ethereum anyway. Bitcoin Cash came free with Bitcoin. And Now there are a few I'm missing in the top 20, which I plan to rectify in the next few weeks. I'm considering putting a small sum into the top 50 at the moment. Not sure whether I want to do that. I've got two alternatives. One is to put a small sum in the whole lot up to a certain point, say the next 20 or what it might be. The other is to actually start trading smaller coins, and it's something I'm experimenting with at the moment. And I will be giving those trades out in my private trading group. I'll also be writing a module in the Bitcoin Business in a Box course of how to do that yourselves. If you want to do that, the criteria I'll be looking for, I mean, normal kind of stuff. I want a good team, a valuable coin that has a purpose, and the right kind of chart pattern, so it won't be rocket science. But it's my view that with Bitcoin behaving rather negatively at the moment, with another slide quite likely, Bitcoin Cash may do the same. There seems to be a linkage there. Ethereum looks a bit stronger to me. I think that one will probably weather the storm quite well and keep going up. But I think the smaller coins, the younger coins, might take up the slack, as they have done already, with the market cap as I've just shown. Now, it clearly would make more sense to say £1,000 into some of these. I mean, I haven't got any Tron, for example, or Verge, numbers 19 and 20, or indeed Icon, I don't think. I did buy some BitShare, nor ARDA. So there's quite a fair number which I really should put something in, because my strategy really is to cover the ground, and I want to catch the stars, which will show, I think, a very healthy return. Now, some of the other coins I've bought, I'm not sure I'm actually losing money on any of the coins I've bought. Some are break even, some haven't gone anywhere at all. I think Golden's gone nowhere at all. But things like Dogecoin, Stellar have made up for that by showing these very impressive returns. And £200 is now in some cases up to £10,000, which is, and I'm holding on to these things because I think the space is going to grow. And as one coin drops away, perhaps Bitcoin at the moment, then other coins tend to fill in that gap, which is fine for where it's going. Anyway, have a look at Bitcoin in a bit more detail. Right, this is the hourly chart. It shows the peak of Bitcoin just a few weeks ago. This looks like an ABC. I mean, that can be encouraging, but the problem with ABCs is, and it also went from 20,000 roughly down to almost 10,000 on this chart, and that spike isn't evident on all charts. Now, if this has been a strong impulsive move, I wouldn't be too concerned, but we haven't really seen that. What we've seen is an A, a B, and a C. This can be a kind of 5, and this is very weak. So we have got some support here, around the 13,600 level, but not much is happening at the moment, which is very unlike Bitcoin. I mean, normally it's very dramatic, things happen quickly, and rather suggests we're seeing a correction here with more downside to come. So I think we're going to see 10,000 tested again, easy to get under 8,000, maybe even below that. And that would obviously shake the thing out quite a lot. It may even affect the other altcoins. At the moment, the altcoins are holding up very well, and maybe people are expecting this. It's I mean, certainly on the cards, you get Coinbase with 100,000 new customers a day, or as was reported, then it's a kind of thing which can spread some real concern, because people who've been trading markets for a while understand that once you get too many people piling in, you get people mortgaging their house and this kind of thing, it's a negative for the market. It means that there's an irresistible urge, a psychological high, which needs a shakeout. So I think it's quite likely we're going to go lower. I've been taking some profits, as I mentioned, in my trading rooms. But I mean, I had some in my SIP, but I've closed those. I've closed various other things. So I've still got quite a big position in Bitcoin. I'm not planning to reduce that further, although things might change. So I plan to ride this out, and I think we'll probably be back above 10,000 fairly quickly if we do go that low. But of course, there are no guarantees. All right, finally look at Ethereum today. So Ethereum also saw this major peak a week or so ago, A, B, C. The response has been a lot stronger. It's not an ideal pattern, but that could be a 1, 2, there's a 5 waves there, which is encouraging. That could be another 1, then A, B, C. This again is getting a bit dithery. You know, it is a Christmas period. It looks like even Bitcoin cryptos have succumbed to that. But I think it's certainly a case, even if we pull back, which you might do. So this could be a 1 followed by an A, B, C type move. that it'll be contained a lot better than the fall on Bitcoin might be. So I'm more encouraged by that. And I'll be looking to add to my SIP, certainly on Ethereum, probably next week. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you found that interesting and useful. A bit longer than usual, but I think it's quite important stuff there, which I hope you found interesting. All the best for the new year. Have a great 2018. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.